What's up, guys? All right, I just saw the hour and 30-minute long version of this Candace Owens interview between her and Mark Lamont Hill. And let me go on record by saying I want my hour and 30 minutes back. That was a total waste of time. I saw like Anthony Brian Logan, Jay Harris, all the coons was like, oh my God, she obliterated. He got bodied. Mark Lamont Hill got bodied by Candace Owens. I'm like, well, damn, what the hell did she do to him? So I went and Googled it, and it's a Prager University video. So I went and Googled it, and on YouTube it popped up. Man, I was sitting there just looking at, it was just a horrible, long, drawn out. I think they only spoke on like 5 topics, which was basically George Floyd, affirmative action. Was it racist to have a HBCU? And I'm like, had it not been for HBCUs, some of this Candace Owens, some of this assholes' ancestors wouldn't have even been educated. They had to make HBCUs for a reason. But you see, it's motherfuckers like them who don't do no research. Candace Owens, don't underestimate how dangerous a well-articulate idiot could be. They're very useful to somebody whose ears are not trained and whose mind is not groomed to capture the bullshit. Because she's a fast talker like Ben Shapiro is. So you're gonna go against somebody like Mark Lamont Hill. Let me say this: people like Candace Owens are very adept at knowing who not to fuck with. She won't debate a heavy hitter. She's not gonna debate a Dr. Umar Johnson. She wouldn't debate a Dr. Claude Anderson. You see what I'm saying? There's or even a Jason Black. There's certain people, Candace Owens, as a fighter, as a debater, you know who not to fuck with. You can't. She would never do a Lincoln Douglas type debate where you sit side of the table behind an actual scholar who done bit in the street and put in work. Okay, somebody's actually served on the streets. Okay, Mark Lamont Hill is a liberal pro LGBT college professor. Okay, of like media studies. So I'm looking at all these issues they kept bringing up. They spent almost 15 to 25 minutes just on um, George Floyd's history. Was in she lied. This bitch literally said out of her own mouth, this dude spent his entire life terrorizing black people, which is not the fact. If I was the daughter, the surviving daughter, I would sue that bitch for slander and libel. I'm gonna tell you why. There's several videos of this man saying it out of his own mouth, out of George Floyd's own mouth. He said, I'm not perfect, and get right with God. Change your life. It's never too late to change your life. That does not sound like somebody who was not on the path of redemption, okay? There's several videos of this man encouraging young people to not follow in his footsteps. George Floyd was a drug abuser, not a drug dealer, okay? And it was just several points. I'm looking at this girl talking about affirmative action. Mind you, affirmative action is not just about schools. That's the one thing that bitch was she kept sticking on school at admissions. What about gays? What about other people? There's gays, white women, other minorities. But she only stuck with black people, saying that black people are getting into college because they're not the most brightest, and white universities are feeling sorry for black people, but letting the dumb black people in there. And this nigga sitting on the other side of the table letting us say all that stupid shit. I want my hour and 30 minutes back. I would love to sit us on the opposite side of the table from her. Because her and Larry Elder, they have really good ways of phrasing questions that does not have a definite answer to them. I'm good at that shit too. When you manipulate a certain questions like, name the most racist experience you ever had in your life. And I'll tell you that it had nothing to do with race. And it's a question like that is your own personal experiences, okay? I can answer that question and blow them completely out the water. I can blow all that shit, everything that Trump has done, I can blow it completely out the water. She never debates people that she knows she can't beat. That she can't beat. So when her staff and people at Prager University and all the folks that are paying her to say that dumb shit, they know who not to invite. And I'm more than positive there's several people on Twitter who has retweeted this girl and said, I'll debate you. And she's like, hell to the no. Every prize fighter, every athlete, every competitor knows who the fuck not to step in the ring with. And she knew that Lamont was easy prey. The dude is not a debater. He's a commentator like on MSNBC and sometimes CNN. Those are not heavy hitters. Those are not even scholars. A Dr. Boyce Watkins, you know what I'm saying? Now, and I watched her talk to Cornel West, and all she did was just overtalk the man and called Maxine Waters low IQ. That woman is an elder. Let me say something. I don't care how dumb I think she is, which I don't really think she's dumb. I would never on TV, for the satisfaction of Laura Ingraham, call an older black lady who's old enough to be my mama and or my grandma low IQ. Even if I think she is. There's several older black people out there who I don't really think are the best and brightest, but they've accomplished a whole lot more shit in their life than I did, and I ain't saying nothing about them, even if I disagree. I want my fucking hour and 30 minutes back. That was a waste of my time. Candace Owens ain't shit, and I'll be doing some more videos about that asshole throughout the week. Anyway, guys, hit like, share, and subscribe, or not. Holla back.